In this video, I'm going to walk you through the materials prep for Lesson 6 of Unit C1 from Open Sci-Ed. Okay, so there is an investigation in this lesson, but it's pretty easy to set up for. Let me scroll down to it first. You can see right here, it is the light investigation. You will need several heat lamps. They say 3 minimum, but if you have more than that, I would set them up. The trick about this one is that you really need to hang that heat lamp right over basically thermometers that have construction paper wrapped around the end of the thermometer. So there's a handout that goes through all the directions that students are going to use, but they're going to make basically out of black or white construction paper little envelopes that the thermometer will go into, and then that paper is placed right underneath the heat lamp on the table, and we take temperature readings every minute for 10 minutes. But this setup, I mean, we've had some tricky things with the carbon dioxide lab, and it really matters if these are the same distance and how the light is shining, if there's an angle. So it says to not use the clamp and to hang it on ropes or something, but not everybody has that setup. So you're gonna need to be a little creative. How can you get your heat lamps to shine directly onto the thermometers? I would say try, if you have those plastic end thermometers, try not to put that part under the heat lamp. It can get so hot you could melt that. So more likely you just put the metal portion if you have those digital thermometers. So just be careful. These heat lamps obviously get hot too. Warn your students about the safety. Also, they stay hot for a long time even after you turn them off. The directions in the lab also say to use different roles for students, like a timer, someone who's in charge of the construction paper envelopes, somebody who's in charge of the heat lamp. So you can really make sure those students are responsible for the safety of that heat lamp. Okay, so here are the handouts per student. The light investigation, there are procedures that they follow, but then they have to go back and they have to identify the dependent, independent, and the control variables. And so a little bit of that science and engineering practices is embedded in that. So they will each need that handout. This is a reading, the light and materials. This could be done on an LMS if you have that option and if you don't want to print it out. Revising prior models, that needs to be printed. They're going to write on this and they're going to be drawing energy transfer models directly onto the page. And then a microbeads claim, they're going to do a little math. This could be kind of done on scratch paper or in the notebook. It depends on how you want to do it. But they're going to create a math problem to make a claim. Basically, they're going to find out that the microbeads are super expensive. So is it worth it, is what we're figuring out. Okay, so those are your handouts. Let's see, anything else? Yes, one more thing. Your students are going to need to be able to access the rules for energy transfer modeling poster, as well as the lesson 5 consensus model while they complete their handouts. So get those ready. I think that's it. Just a few handouts, but the big prep here is how are you going to evenly get the heat dispersed from your heat lamp to your thermometers? All right, good luck with lesson 6.